Boadicea and Chad found their mother, Chloe, dutifully dusting old Crispin's precious matchstick model of a cathedral, which she hated with a vengeance. And Bill went down to the fields, where old Crispin was gathering mushrooms as usual. Now, mushroom gathering can be very lonely work, and old Crispin, surrounded only by mushrooms, began to grow very lonely indeed. In fact, he grew so lonely, he used to imagine he had a mischievous little companion called Bosworth. Crispin spent so much time watching the invisible Bosworth, Chloe, his wife, became worried and called in the doctor. He listened to Crispin's chest and took his pulse. But when he found nothing untoward, he asked him what seemed to be the trouble. Old Crispin pointed to the foot of the bed and replied, "Bosworth." And when they sat him down in the kitchen, Boadicea asked him at whom he was staring. Old Crispin pointed to the end of the table and answered, "Bosworth." And when they took him for a day at the seaside, Chad asked him at what he was gazing. Old Crispin pointed out across the sand and said, "Bosworth." Crispin was convinced that the wicked Bosworth followed him everywhere. He thought that Bosworth was behind him in the garden. He thought that Bosworth was behind him on the stairs. So he went to hide in the bathroom, but apparently Bosworth found him even there. Eventually, Boadicea ran down to the fields to find Bill. Bill mused over the problem for some time and finally came up with a remarkable idea for catching the tiresome Bosworth. Old Crispin pointed to the spot where he believed Bosworth to be standing, and Bill brought his intriguing device into action, chasing the protesting Bosworth into Crispin's matchstick model of a cathedral. The idea of the wicked Bosworth seeking sanctuary in his beautiful cathedral seemed to stir some primitive emotion deep inside old Crispin. And he jumped on the stately building with both feet, which disposed of the irksome Bosworth for good. And to give Chloe a bit of peace, Bill took Boadicea and Chad on another unusual journey across the downs.